I'm going to be sharing with you my project. My mini lesson, and it's about object additions. This is focused on kindergartners. So for this project, I wanted to focus on using a lot of manipulatives because they're at such a young age that it's a very hard concept for them to understand how to add without the benefit of using some type of object to help represent objects and represent the problems in that they're trying to solve. So my learning objectives that I chose the learning objective here focused on understanding the relationship between the numbers and quantities. So basically understanding that if they have 5 fingers, that represents the 5 little rubber ducks in the problem. I also wanted them to understand the concept of counting. So if they go 1, 2, 3, and they're adding another 3, they don't start over. That they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also wanted to focus on this standard here that addresses addition and subtraction within 10. Addition is taught first just because you need to know how to add before you subtract in order to understand just the concept of manipulating numbers. It's much easier to add on than it is to take away, especially for students at such a young age. So in this case, I'm going to be focusing on having them use their fingers, using 2 different types of manipulatives, so blocks and teddy bears. And so I want to have them be able to do this within 2 weeks. So to introduce it, I'm going to have them use 10 teddy bears. And these teddy bears, they're going to be used to solve this particular problem, which is 2 teddy bears plus 1 teddy bear. I'm going to make sure that it's also in a pictorial format, so there's no words. It's just 2 little teddy bears with an addition sign in between. Another little teddy bear equals with the equal sign and a question mark. For all of these problems, they will all be in pictorial until they have some familiarity with the idea of equations, and that equations are numbers with signs like addition, subtraction, equals, things like that. My first of 3 activities will be focused on using their fingers to count. So I will have students solve the problem 3 apples plus 2 apples equals what? So they'll be using their fingers to figure that one out. With my help, of course, all of these will be me modeling at first, and then the students showing me that they understand. The second activity, this will also be with me modeling. They'll be using blocks, so each student will be given 10 blocks. I'll have them solve 4 blocks plus 3 blocks equals how many blocks. The third activity is more of a them guiding me type of activity, so we'll be using Learn Bright. So let's go ahead over to Learn Bright. So for this one, as you can see, there's a lot going on here. Here we have our AI bot.
Adding is fun. You can use your fingers, blocks, or teddy bears to count. Remember to count up and never give up.
So there she's giving them a little reminder of the 3 methods that they were taught about. And so for all of these, I'm going to be reading out the problem for them. And the students are going to be showing me how they would solve the problem. So here we have the 1 duck plus 3 ducks equals how many ducks? And then we have 3 bunnies plus another 3 bunnies. How many does that give us? And then this one here is going to be our assessment problem. So I'm going to have all of the students do this individually with no help, and then I'll choose one student to share their solution and how they arrived at that solution. Because again, we're trying to get them to understand the process behind addition, not just like 2 plus 2 is 4, boom, and them not understanding how they got from 2 to another 2 to 4. So we need them to link these steps. And then I'm going to swing back around here. This is going to be our actual assessment. So like our final assessment, trying to figure out if the kids did in fact understand what was taught. So in this case, they're going to be doing a worksheet. For my particular case, I'm actually going to choose one of the worksheets here, but you can choose whatever worksheet you please. I'm going to use the love bug one, and the students can use whatever method they choose, whether it's fingers, blocks, or teddy bears to solve the problem. And then at the end, they can, like if time permits, they can color in as well. So that is my lesson. Thank you.